it say started? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello, 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 and welcome back. My microphone is way up here, and I hope you can hear me. To another episode, I'm going to move it. Another episode of the Charlie B podcast. There we go. My name is Charlene, better known as Charlie B, and I'm so happy that you took out the time to join me. I am so impressed with this young lady.
You are.
I am.
Awesome.
I am. So we were supposed to record in October. Stuff happened and we didn't get a chance to meet. But I'm so glad that she took out the time in her busy schedule to come and sit on the couch with Charlie B. We are about to be all kinds of blessed, y'all. You're not ready. Grab a chair, grab your popcorn, get some water, but don't put lime in it.
Please don't, because she made up this whole concoction. It doesn't make any sense. But go ahead. I'll let her finish.
I thought that it was going to help my mouth stay moist, and it didn't. So, yeah, just get you some regular water and just stick with that. All right, we're going to stick with what you know. Jasmine Leonard is on the couch today. Welcome to the Charlie B podcast. Say hello to the people.
Thank you. I am so excited to be here with Miss Charlie.
Please call me Charlene or Charlie.
Now, see, you're going to get on this camera and act up. What do you want me to call you? Now, who do you want me to call?
If I wasn't sure, I would think this is one of my sisters. I'm telling you right now. You can call me Charlene or Charlie.
Okay, so rewind, guys. I am so excited to be on the Charlie podcast with Charlene. Yeah, she don't want me to call her Miss. I don't know why, but it's okay. But I am excited. We have things to share with you guys. We're just going to have a natural conversation. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be myself, of course. Charlie is always herself. Yeah, and we're going to have a good time.
You already know that.
And laugh. Yeah. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are blessed by it.
You will definitely be blessed, especially when she starts her own podcast and we start to support one another. Just right. Just
God, yeah. Bless. Yeah. God bless. Yeah. Bless the Lord. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. I'm gonna start it too, guys. Yep. God bless.
Hallelujah. Because she needs to. Because she has so much to say and people need to hear what Jasmine Leonard has to say. This is Miss Jasmine Leonard again. I'm going to let you do your introduction and we're going to dive right in.
Okay. My name is Jasmine Leonard. I'm a mother of 2 boys and a granddaughter who I absolutely adore. They are my life. I am a minister. I don't know if I shared that with you. Yes, I am a minister under the leadership of Pastor Barry Daniels, a Change Church. Been there 20 years. Yeah. I am a state government employee, been with the Division of Taxation. I've been here now 23 years. In total with the state. I'm also a part-time counselor / therapist, and I've been so blessed to serve people in the field of mental health and just encouragement and hope and healing and moving them from surviving to thriving. So that's who I am. Yeah.
I never tell people this, but I'm also a minister.
Wow.
Under the leadership of my beautiful pastor, Edith Flagg at Flagg Memorial Full Gospel Church of God. Wow. And it is a blessing. And I don't think I've ever told them that. But now you know.
Yeah. See, and now you know.
I just started following Darius Daniels.
Incredible. He has one of the greatest minds biblically on the earth. Sound doctrine.
I'm like, where did this man even come from? I write past change. Sorry, my daughter. I'm like, so I say to my daughter, I don't know where you came from. She's like, from you. And I'm like, I know that, Audrey. But
you ride by the church?
West Hampton?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Monday through Friday when I'm going to work. Yeah. And I never knew. Welcome.
Incredible leadership.
Welcome. You have one amazing testimony. Work for the state and I work for the county. Mm-hmm. I have 2 kids. When you told me you were a grandma, I was like, what you mean you're a grandma?
I mean, yeah, grandma.
I know, right? Me too. I got 2 grandbabies.
You see it?
We doing what we do.
I mean, it's,
we got on blue. I should have ran upstairs and put on black. This is my go-to skirt
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it's a comfort skirt for me. And
do you wear shorter skirts, or you just always?
Oh
wear
yeah,
them?
I'll wear shorter skirts.
Okay.
This just is, I
Comfort.
love it.
Mm-hmm. I like it too. Denim is so in.
And goes with everything.
It does.
And
I love denim.
Unashamed, I wear it a lot.
Yeah. No, don't apologize, girl, because I wear these leather tights down. Okay.
I'm not a Kardashian. Okay. And even if I was, that means money, and they don't repeat things.
And you still would probably wear the skirt. Yeah.
Where's my skirt? Like that. Yeah.
That's fine.
Thank you.
You look good in it too.
Thank you. Moving on.
Uh-huh.
Moving on. Listen, we met through my goddaughter, my snickerdoodle, Asia.
Sweetheart.
Yes, very sweet. And she was here last night only to tell me that she's never actually met you. So let's talk about what we came together for. October was Depression Awareness Month, and we talked about that briefly. October's gone, November is here, but people are still dealing with depression. They're still dealing with mental health issues, mental anxiety, all kinds of stuff going on. What I want to start with you as a therapist, what do you think is really happening?
Well, for one, let's start here. I think the stigma, particularly around African American families, I'm gonna start with our people.
Yes.
Because I mean, that's who I serve predominantly. You know,
Okay.
I like to serve the undeserving community
Yes.
because we don't have resources and access to mental health as other people in
Right.
other areas. Let's just
True.
be honest,
Let's
right?
go. True indeed.
So when I got into it, I always made a promise. I want to serve our people, to give them opportunity to heal and be whole.
Right.
But okay, so I'm gonna start 2020. I think what's happening since 2020, we've seen an increase with anxiety and depression.
Yes.
So the pandemic is what happened, right?
Right.
But even prior to the pandemic, you had those things. Like, think about it, in the Black household, we don't talk about it.
Nope.
We don't cry about it. We can't show emotion about it. And if you do, because your mother or father, generations before them, did not know what mental health was, and there was no awareness around it, it's almost like you either just pray.
Come on.
Go to church.
We got Jesus, child.
Now shout and sweat out your whole doobie.
All of it. Every Sunday.
Rip your stockings. Go to the altar.
Right.
And you better go home.
And call on
Terry at the altar. But we're not talking about that sometimes people are clinically depressed and clinically they have these clinical levels. There's levels to depression, there's levels to mental health, right? Conditions. So you have some people what I call self-motivators. Right. They're able to feel, because depression, let's be clear on the definition, it's a mental health condition, but it's like a feeling of sadness, right? Yes. And some people have it very persistently, but they can't get out of it. So self-motivators, they are able to feel down, feel sad about something for a day or two, whatever, get through it, pop up. Then you have those people in clinical. They may need prescriptions to come out of it. They need therapy. They may need breathing exercises. They may need different coping tools to come out of it. Some people do art therapy, meditation, exercise, the right diet. We don't talk about that.
Stop it. For depression?
Food. Yeah, food, even the weather, right? Environmental depression. Some people are so stable until the fall or the winter hit, and then a colder month hit, the season shifts, so does their mood. And then they say, what happened? I've been good the whole summer. Right. The sun was good. The vitamin D was good for you. So your mood shift, the fall is here, the temperature drop. Now you have what they call environmental depression.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. Yeah,
it could be affected by the weather.
You hit something for me. You said clinical. I never put that together because So
when you clinical, the level of clinical depression,
you need something else.
You need assistance. And the way I like to explain it to my younger patients is, if you break your leg and you go to the hospital, they say, hey, we have to put a soft cast or a hard cast on it or give you crutches. And your options are either or. And you say, well, hey, I broke my leg. I really don't want to do the crutches because I don't want to walk with assistance.
Right.
So it's the same thing in mental health. Some people refuse to get the help they need and the medication, and it's just in a form of assistance. So it's like a crutch. I need that medicine because I have a chemical imbalance here, but I refuse the assistance, the crutch, because I'd rather walk around limp and broken. Now, what, do you got some sort of bell or ding ding or something?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna drink water on that part.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And because we're not taught to do that, we think it's okay to walk around with limps and be broken and just drag our leg in a form of mental health. Mm-hmm.
I know y'all had never heard that before. This is your first time, just like it's mine. That's so good.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I think
my goodness.
2020, we seeing the influx of it, right? And don't even get me started on the younger generation. Because some of that
Which younger generation? The 30s or the 20s? Or child.
The crowd that's on TikTok.
Child.
And following the trends and listening to these songs that they're now celebrating anxiety and they're now making idols out of depression.
Yeah, come on.
And everything is mental health. Everything is not bad mental health.
No, it's not.
You want to hear what some of the things are with younger people? You don't like the word no.
Ooh.
If you don't have anxiety, your mother said no, she meant no. And now you say you're anxious, you're not depressed. You don't like being told no. So when they go on TikTok,
no, let's not skip past that. Breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea how many people needed to hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the problem is they're buying into what they're hearing, not the facts, not the truth. That sometimes, I was just saying this to another young lady that I had on the show, sometimes is you need to go make a correction. You need to go apologize to a few people. And now you just skirting past it, going on with your little life, and you just swept it under the rug. And now you're calling it depression. So you're going to separate yourself because you can't deal.
Yep.
And that's not how life works. And they continue to go on and on.
You ever heard this one song? I don't know the words. It said, my anxiety. You ever heard that song?
I don't even understand. You know, I heard it. Not only did I hear it, I was watching the TikTok. I had to catch myself, rebuke the devil, remove it.
I start singing it.
I had to cast it out. I literally had to rebuke because it's so, what's the word? It's so catchy. Anxiety. It's my anxiety. Girl,
so you got
the devil is a lie.
So then you got your kid saying it. Then you got 5 other million kids saying it.
The power of the tongue.
The power of your words.
Life and
so
death.
Now
my anxiety.
Now you're telling yourself.
Yes.
I don't have to make good decisions. It's almost like speaking a curse over yourself.
Say it again.
Yeah, it's like speaking a curse over yourself. Because people don't understand, even when it comes to mental health, there's a spiritual and a natural battle.
Come on now.
Yeah, there's something spiritual and natural that's happening, right?
Yes.
We don't like to admit that, but it is. And particularly, the church want no parts of it.
Come on, go ahead, finish. You're doing a lot right now.
So with the younger generation, so particularly some patients I see in a certain age range, is either my mother won't let me do what I want to do, so I go in my room and hide. I'm depressed. And this self-diagnosis has to stop. You hard-headed and don't like to listen. You don't have schizophrenia. No, you may have a feeling of disappointment and a feeling of sadness, right? But to say I'm depressed because things are not going my way, I think we're doing this generation a disservice. Even as therapists, I'm going to even go out on a limb with this. There are some therapists that rather keep you sick.
Hallelujah. You want to know something? And if you keep telling yourself that you're depressed and you have anxiety and you're schizophrenic, guess what's going to happen? That demon will attach itself to you,
and you will start experiencing those emotions.
You will definitely. You're welcoming that demonic spirit in, and they will not have a problem taking residence. And your whole plethora, I call that my plethora. the takeover
your plethora?
your mind, the whole,
Okay.
all of
That's an interesting term. An interesting term, your plethora. Interesting. I learn something new every day. I'm a student of life.
I mean, I make up words, so don't go telling your patients that.
I definitely wouldn't. They say, listen, I know we're talking about the mind. You would listen to Miss Charlie talking about some darn plethora. Yeah.
She told me yesterday, stop it. That is not a word. I was like, it is now.
Well, it's okay. This is your podcast. You can make up any word you choose to.
Thank you very much, Jasmine. That's from the therapist. You have a master's, right?
In psychology, yes. And
she said I can do it, so I'm going to do it.
Even if it's not the truth. I mean, when people own their stuff, she's the owner of this podcast. Hey, you say anything you want to say. One thing that therapy does a good job at is teaching you.
Okay, stop. Let's go.
Okay, what's your next question? I'm sorry. I know I never act right. You think I'm the therapist? I would just act right sometimes, but I do.
The funny is, you remind me of my sister Selena. She's the middle child, and she's sneaky funny. Like, you don't even realize you just got came for it, and you're gonna keep going with your life, but that just came for you, and you don't even realize it. That's my sister Selena. We call her Dot. Yeah, this is really good. I don't have a next question. I have a next statement.
Okay.
It's because you said that the self-diagnosis has to stop.
So
why is it even allowed?
Social media. So let me ask you this. What are 3 words or 2 words that you have heard that deals with mental health and relation to mental health all over, that some people don't even know the definition or meaning to, but we overusing it. We get so, it's almost like a addictive
I want to
personality.
save my peace. That's like, I'm keeping my peace.
Think about peace. If your peace is based on something,
I'm sorry, I gotta protect my peace.
You ain't never had peace.
Can we just marinate in that for a minute? Because
if it's something you got to constantly protect and be anxious about protecting, you ain't never had true peace. Because how do you cage up peace?
Come on.
And at the minute life changes or adjusts, you can't make the mental capacity to deal. So you say, oh, no, I ain't letting nobody mess up my peace. No, just say you lack decision-making skills and you lack coping skills and you don't have the capacity to shift and adjust when life happens.
I need my tambourine. We in church. You preaching.
So you got a cage, you kind of like put the peace in.
Right. And you take it out when you need it.
And when life happens, oh, I'm going to hide the peace again.
Right.
That's not the true definition.
I got to protect my peace.
Peace is remaining anchored, steadfast, unmovable, unshakable.
Always
abounding, right? And knowing where peace comes from, it's not contingent upon on outside or external internal factors. It's based on what you made a decision to maintain in the midst of chaos.
Ooh, Jasmine.
See, my life ain't got to be perfect for me to have peace.
Sure don't. No, because my peace is not contingent upon what's going on in my situation.
And if you waiting for all these outside factors to align and everything in your life to get perfect, guess what? You will never have peace. You'll die peaceless. I'm sorry.
I gotta gasp. Whew. That was so good.
You chasing this thing you never had.
And you're not gonna. It's like the dog chasing his tail. My husband and I just have been going through some of the worst things that you could probably think of for a married couple. The only thing that wasn't threatened was our marriage, our home.
Praise God.
Our job.
But your marriage was still was still intact.
When that's covered by God, the house can go. Everything else can go. Years ago, we were going through something. Oh my gosh, horrible finance issue. We ended up losing our home. It went through. It wasn't a foreclosure, but we gave the keys back because we were involved in that bad loan situation in 2008. And I was just devastated. Like, what are we gonna do? Where are we gonna go? He's like, listen, this is my man said this to me, girl.
He from New York, so y'all know he said, listen.
Listen.
I've been here before.
He ain't scared to be broke.
Yeah.
He ain't scared to be
Like,
poor
what you mean?
or homeless. He's been there, right? He's like, as long as I have you, everything else is going to be all right.
Oh, praise God.
And as long as we are covered by God, we
That's
can
the
lose
blessing.
everything. We can rebuild.
Come
We can
on.
rebuild all this. The house that we had, you could put inside this one.
Mm.
I couldn't see it, but I needed him, who is my covering, my husband, to help me get there, because all I saw was panic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, listen, he calls
So
it
it's
my
safe to say
panic
you
button.
didn't have no peace either.
Child, not only was I peaceless,
It sure was in that situation.
I was completely peaceless. But it's the reason that God gave him to me, he gave my husband to me, is because he knew that I needed those nuggets along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things that I had to deal with a lot as a child was moving.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of triggers me.
Yeah.
I hate that word. But anytime,
no, that's a real word.
Anytime it's threatened, I'm like, oh God, what are we gonna do?
Anytime your stability is threatened. Mm-hmm.
All right, am I on the couch now?
No, definitely.
I told you
not.
on the phone we were gonna be couching.
Yeah.
I was like, you're gonna end up therapeuting me. I'm sticking with that word too.
Okay, you can have it. I said peaceless. I gotta check the dictionary. I don't even know if it's there, but okay, you know what I mean. Without peace.
This is our podcast. This is what we do it. Makes sense. We're keeping it.
That's right.
So anytime my stability was threatened, I would go into this whole, what are we going to do? Oh my God, we're going to move. How, what? And then we have 4 kids who are all little and in school. Where are you going to go to school? So I'm all panic. And he's like, been homeless like 2-3 times already. And he's like, listen, you're doing a lot. This gonna work out. And I'm like, how can you be so calm? I need you to get, I need you to get the same energy that I'm getting. Do you even care?
You really want a man to get that same energy? Oh my gosh.
Listen, in that moment, I needed him to show a little. He was like, nah.
He can't. He got to be the logic.
This is all temporary anyway. For him, my husband doesn't get, you want to know what gets him excited if I'm sick? Then he goes, and I'm like, I'm going to be fine. But that whole stability thing. And when we lost the house, the Lord gave us something. He gave us what we needed in that moment. We were renting a house. And from that to this has been nothing but still waters. Although there could be chaos going around. There could be, literally right now in our lives, we're going through chaos. And
you know, when I walked in, I could feel the peace rest here.
Thank you, Jesus. You know, this morning when I prayed, because I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, my 5 to 6.
I'm not getting up at 5. She do. I'm more like a nighttime prayer. Yeah. Me and Jesus gotta go back and forth a little bit. If I get up at 5, it's gotta be emergency. Trust me.
Oh, help me. I said, when people walk in here, I'm just walking the floor because I anoint my home. And I'm walking the floor. I said, when people walk into this home, I want them to feel the peace of God. And I want the peace of God to rest upon anybody that walks through that door. But it came after a cleansing, right? Because we had to cleanse. Because some stuff was going on that I can tell you off camera. I can't tell you on camera. But the enemy was trying to take us out. He was trying to take us out. And he was going for blood.
Well, that's normally how he operates: steal, kill, and destroy.
Yeah. That's what he was trying to do. He came to kill, to steal, to kill relationships, to destroy our finances, to try to divide our. Me and my husband, we're a fun couple. Kids come, family comes. This is the fun house.
Okay.
We would be arguing over the wind, and I'm like,
that's not like
something ain't right. Not we fuss a lot, but we don't argue like deep. No, so something's off, right? So when you recognize those things, you can grab it and be like, yeah, nah, get out of here. And it's easy. What happens with a lot of people today, I believe, and I always say in my unprofessional opinion, I believe is that they like being in confusion. They like the attention of being depressed or whatever they're going through. And it's almost like a comfort zone for some people.
I'm not quite sure. So there are a group of people that don't mind being there, but I think I find a bigger group of people where it's not so much they like it. When you're used to functioning a certain way your entire life and it's your norm will have to be interrupted. You have to be introduced to a new norm. Then you have to adopt the habit of a new norm, practice it for a little while till it feels like and becomes like a new norm.
But how do you get somebody out of that that loves the norm, their norm?
The same way you probably came out of your dysfunction at some point and you liked it. Or sin, right? So we all had a lot of fun with sin. I did. You gonna sit here and like you had fun? I had fun.
Girl, I had too much fun in sin.
Oh, girl, have you been saved since you was 2 months old?
No, listen. If we want to talk about that, so we're gonna have to do a part 4.
Okay.
Because I could tell you some things, right? No, but even in my sin, I didn't want to be depressed.
Yeah. Okay. If I am used to dealing with my problems with alcohol, let's use that example.
Okay.
Right? And then someone come expose me to something, say, hey, let's just shoot Charlie, for example. You don't longer have to deal with your problems here. You can either go to therapy, right? You can cope there, or you can go to AA.
Okay.
We can do that, do some addiction counseling and intervention and some meetings, right? And get a support system and a sponsor. But if I've been dealing with my problems with the bottle for 15, 20 years, even after you expose it to me, it takes the time, just like what the Bible talks about plant, seed, and harvest time.
Gosh, that's so
exposure come. You planting the seed.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
But harvest doesn't happen at the same time as planting the seed. There's a waiting period where somebody else come water it.
Yeah.
They may attend an AA meeting once or twice and then say, you know what, I'm not really ready. Yeah. So I'm going back to the bottle. But when it's harvest time, from the seed you planted, somebody else is watered. And when it's time to give it increase, then they say, now I'm ready to put the bottle down. So now I'm going to deal with this addiction through alcohol, do therapy, do AA, do meetings, do a sponsor, do support system. And I'm going to change my crowd and my friends and my circle.
Thank you for tuning in tonight. Join me next time.
Oh, she cutting it off. Okay. No,
wow.
And I think we can become so easily frustrated by people and say, hey, you don't want to come out of this. You want to keep doing the same thing. But how I like to deal with people, I remember myself when I was addicted to something, or when I dealt with stuff, when people told me don't do it and I did it anyway. You need time.
Wow. Okay. I got it.
Time. You got to give people time to be exposed and re-exposed, and seeds got to be planted, and they got to water it and increase and harvest time. That's just not for crops. That's for your life too.
Yeah.
And think about the way God deals with you. If the son, Jesus, the Son of God, was going to say, listen, she ain't coming out of this. When Charlie going to stop all this mess? And if God said, you know what, you're right, I'm tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
What would have happened to you?
I would be dead.
But it's like Jesus sitting on the right-hand side and say, hey.
Yeah, I would be dead.
Somebody planted the seed.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to water her.
Right.
And then harvest time, she's going to come around, Dad. And then the father say, I got you.
I love that.
Yeah, just be a little patient. I'm waiting on her.
I love that.
Yeah. See, that's grace and mercy.
I'm dealing with that right now. Literally, with a group of people in my life. Mm-hmm. And the reason I asked the question the way that I did, because I'm going through it in prayer, literally on my face before the Lord, for their souls, and for the Lord to save them.
Mm-hmm.
but give me patience. Because a lot of times, from where I came from, like my childhood was not a horrible childhood,
Mm-hmm.
but it was not an easy childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I was saying before, you probably heard a story more than once. I have a picture of my beautiful family there. I'm one of seven. I'm next to the youngest.
Oh, okay.
And my
You got
mom and
6
dad.
siblings.
Yeah, and but my mom was a foster child.
Mm. That come with its own challenges.
And because she was a foster child, she was abused by her foster family.
Mm.
Harshly abused. She was from 3 to I don't know what age.
Just physical abuse?
Physical abuse that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
That I know of. And because she never got the help that she needed from the time my mom passed in 2023, December of 2023, she always was looking for someone to love or someone to be loved. And my mom didn't want to see people hurting, didn't want to see people without. So she did the things. She fed the hungry. She was giving money to the poor, giving out clothes.
Mm-hmm.
We would shop at thrift stores and then end up giving stuff away, like things like that. But where my parents missed was we're the kids that lived there, and whenever somebody else, and this is nothing to the people that needed a place to live that my mom took in, because I have to consider who they were and their feelings too.
Mm-hmm.
But if anybody needed a place to stay, it didn't matter who they were. They came and lived with us. And there was always a lot of people living with us. So it did something to me. It kind of made me want to be, let me find a corner over here.
Mm-hmm.
Because out there's always a bunch of people. I'm talking my siblings' friends will come.
Mm-hmm.
They have fight with their parents.
She had like a community house where everybody just ended up there. Every problem on the doorstep, every burden, right? Where
I hated it.
So you somehow got lost. Your nurturing got lost right in the middle of that, right? So it's almost like the scripture talks about charity begins at home and spread abroad. Sometimes as parents, we can start abroad. And then by the time you come back to where God says charity should begin, there's collateral damage there unintentionally or intentionally. Right? So that's traumatic for you. So I'm sure you may keep your house a little quiet now because of all the chaos, the confusion, and the people. So you just wanted to feel safe in a space that was quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. Yeah. Downside about being a therapist. I'm here to talk about mental health. I'm not here to do anything else.
And I know that my parents did their best.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that if they had got the help that they needed, because my dad was a whole nother story.
Mm-hmm.
I believe with all my heart that if they had got the help that they needed, it would have been different.
What would have been different? You?
All of us, all of our lives. I moved like 19 times.
Why, if you don't mind me asking, why were you moving?
Because
couldn't afford
I
it?
was little when I was 8. Thanks a lot, Jasmine.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
That was sarcasm, Jasmine.
I know it was. That's why I'm sarcastic. I just met her too. This is the first time in today. You wouldn't believe.
When I was 8 years old, our house burned down. I lost everything. We lost everything. My toys, my clothes. I was 8, probably that little girl right there.
Mm-hmm.
And because there's so many of us, we had to figure. I guess in my mind, I guess my parents had to figure out, okay, what we're gonna do with the kids. And me and my sister Tracy ended up going to stay with my grandma.
Y'all were split up. The
We
kids
were all
okay.
split up. And although my mom's sister just passed, and I said this at her funeral. Although we were all split up, Tracy and I went to stay with my nanny Bird, my mom's mom.
Mm-hmm.
It's still, there wasn't a day that went by where we were like, I miss mommy, because we were with our aunts and uncles and our grandma. Mm-hmm. But it was still like at night when you're laying in bed and you're like, this isn't my bed, this isn't, mm-hmm. And you're trying, me and my sister slept together, me and Tracy, and we kind of held each other. It was interesting because we knew we had each other. Mm-hmm. But then I'm thinking, well, where's everybody else? And where's our house? Like, mm-hmm. Where's my bed?
Just in his bed.
Like, where's my bed?
Not yours.
Right. So eventually, I don't know how long it was before we found mm-hmm. a new house to live in. And that house was way bigger than the house that we had. Because we lived in a row home. Mm-hmm. Right? So the house that we got was way bigger. And had 2 bathrooms. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know that was a thing. We had 2 bathrooms. But that was the house where everybody came to. And I thought that was going to be the house of peace. So when I was little, I would build these forts. Mm. I was always on the bottom bunk, which I didn't mind. Mm-hmm. And I would fort it off. Because don't come up in here. You could get harmed.
Yeah. You wanted your own space.
I needed my own space. And for the longest time, even to this day, when my husband comes here, this ain't your fort, right? And I'm like, yes, it is, sir.
It's not.
Back away. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
But although I love my home, it used to be the living room, the bedroom, but sometimes I come in here for peace.
Well, sometimes that 8-year-old child comes in here for peace.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh. It's okay to tell that 8-year-old child who felt like she wasn't safe and everybody took her mother away from her and felt abandoned. It's okay to tell her she's now safe. She doesn't have to share anymore. You're now in your own home with your own family. Yeah, you can tell her she's safe now. Yeah. All of us have an inner child on the inside of us. And sometimes you have to talk to that inner child.
Nobody's ever told me that. I don't. Really?
Yeah. Everybody has an inner child. Think about what the Bible says. In order to see the kingdom of God, you need childlike faith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Think about the innocence of children and when it's robbed early. They have to fight through the trauma and the anxiousness and the rejection and the feeling a sense of belonging, right? And if you probably look back over your old life, you probably do see sometimes along those lines that you felt like, she's rolling her eyes at me, but she'll be okay, that you felt like, it's not going to stop me, like, you didn't know where you belonged, and a sense of identity had been stolen from you.
That is, you don't know me.
I don't. First time meeting her.
And the interesting thing is, I'm sorry, I'm looking for my alcohol. The interesting thing is, one of the things that I struggled with the most as a teenager when I got older was I did not have any idea who I was. Like, I knew I was Charlene. I knew I was the child of Audrey and Alan, but I did not know who I was, where I belonged, and I just didn't know.
Well, I was lost in between the millions of people in your home. And then maybe your parent, your mother or father didn't know how to validate and tell you who you were. Because very often, even myself, right? I was a teenage mother. So who I am today as a mother versus who it was this lost child, had no identity, depressed and suicidal when I was pregnant, right? Out of wedlock, underage. The security wasn't there at that age. And let me just share it with the audience. Make no mistake, when I say there's a natural and a spiritual thing, I was depressed when I was pregnant with my son. My son came out depressed.
Yeah.
And he struggled with depression, and I never knew why, because that's the way I carried him. And the same spirit by I carried him, I birthed him in.
Before my daughter was born, I had 2 miscarriages.
Mm-hmm.
Back to back. And then I got pregnant with her. She was born because I carried her with, oh my God, what's that?
All that anxiety, all that fear.
Not a day went by. Not one. And my husband would tell me, you gotta stop.
Mm-hmm.
Because whatever you're carrying, you're giving it to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, you don't know, that's not true. I'm the one carrying this baby. You didn't have 2 miscarriages. I did. And that same thing happened.
Mm-hmm. My youngest son,
Yeah.
I carried him with so much joy.
Yeah.
So much ease.
Yeah.
He is the happiest child ever. He lives his life unapologetic. He is just a great kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not apologizing for it. I wasn't secure back then. I didn't know who I was.
Right.
So I did the best to my ability. And my oldest son, when I think about it, I think he had the luxury of watching me go from space to space and growth from growth. So he was with me. I had him at 16. So he was with me through every season. And I think that's the incredible part about that.
Yeah.
We kind of grew together.
Yeah.
Now, make no mistake, any young women listen to this podcast, don't you go get your behind pregnant out of wedlock.
Don't you do that.
Now, I'm not saying that was okay. God forgave me and got me through it. But it's best that you go ahead and get married and do it this way so you can get his results. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, it was a lot. Yeah. Even if I look back, I think I told you a little bit about it over the phone. If I look back over my own life, with therapy, my mom introduced me to a therapist when I was like 8 or 9. But also, so she put me in therapy for my father, at least she thought. But child was talking about her on the couch too.
At 8, she did?
Incredible woman. If God would allow me to be reborn and say, who would you like to choose your mother? I'll choose her. I would choose her all over again.
Wow.
Even with the hardships, even with the scars, even with the bruises, even with her, the things she didn't know, even with her inability, even with the lack, even with the suffering, even with the breaking.
Same. I wouldn't choose nobody
I
else.
would not choose another mother. Because let me tell you something. Any parent that tries to love you in their own brokenness, you got yourself a parent.
And that was Audrey McCurry. Audrey Marie McCurry. Because she was broken.
Mm-hmm. But she stayed and stuck in there.
Ooh, she loved. I've never, and I had to apologize when I got of age and I understood.
Mm-hmm.
I apologized to my mom. She was my first podcast episode. And I was like, Mom, why didn't you say no just once? Just once. Because I needed her. And she said, you had me. I don't feel like crying anymore. But she said, you had me. They didn't have anybody. So even though she knew that her kids would suffer a little, they still had her and my dad. We had each other. My mom had nobody in that foster care, in that foster home. Her and her sister, my Aunt Pat, were separated. And they you remember Nettie and Silly?
Monkey.
Yeah. That was my mom and my Aunt Pat.
Mm.
Separated, snatched away from each other. And my sister was all I had, and they took her from me. Now they came together and went back with my grandmom and reunited, but I watched that relationship. And I can have this conversation. And I told my sisters that I would be having tough conversations because people need to be healed.
They do.
And if we keep our testimonies to ourselves, we can't heal people. God didn't take me through everything He took me through and bring me here where I am today. I have been through the trenches. And like you said, I wasn't saved at 2 months. My road to Damascus was real.
Oh, same. Yeah.
And I had some demons riding my back, trying to snatch me out of the hands of God where He was covering me. I was at 18, I had this episode. I was in a bathtub with a blow dryer, ready to end it all. And sometimes people say, if it hadn't been for the Lord who was on my side, I don't know where I would be. I know exactly where I would be.
We can't say that.
What?
Yeah, no, we'll be dead.
Dead and gone.
I'm still waiting for that. I'm still waiting for that cliche to come.
I know exactly where I'd be. Because He was like, do it. Needle in one hand. My plan was because I had filled my dad's insulin needle with as far as it could go. And I was going to jab the needle on my leg and fill it and then drop the blow dryer. And I heard the voice of God say, I love you. And I was looking around like, what the?
Praise God.
Literally an audible voice of God. And I didn't know what it was. I knew I heard something. And I ended up getting out of the tub, of course, as I'm here. But I didn't know exactly what it was until I gave the moment I gave my life to the Lord. I was like, it was you.
All alone.
He saved my life before He saved my soul. Because I got saved when I was 23. But He saved my life. All this time He was saving me.
Now you better come on now.
All this time, all the while, He was saving my life. And the times I was like, I just don't want to be here. I wish I was dead. When I found I was pregnant with my son, I was like, I might as well end it because what am I going to do with a kid? What am I going to do with a kid? I was 8. No, I was 20. I was in college, so I was 20 something. I was doing something with my life, and I got pregnant. My dad is an assistant pastor, and I'm pregnant. See, I was still in a choir.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pregnant.
It happens.
The
church don't want to talk about it.
The church don't want to talk about it. And I come from a holiness Pentecostal. You better tarry long church.
Let me ask you, that's why I asked about the lymphatic skirt. I said she must come from a holiness background. Okay.
Yes, I am holiness. And we do still honor, but the Lord is teaching me. He's teaching me literally moment by moment, day by day, meeting by meeting, that you don't have to look like me.
Because you do know the fruits of the Spirit have nothing to do with your...
I could wear a skirt that's good down to my toes and live like a devil.
Because you know,
and have hate in my heart.
Because I had girlfriends with the same background,
right?
Holiness, but we often laugh because I said, so there, my skirt was to my knee. You called me hot, right? And then you had a long skirt, but you was getting that skirt jacked up at night too, with no and the turtleneck was getting pulled down, your neck was getting cursed. So I just wore a sweater with a V-neck. It was easy for them to get to. But see, you wore a turtleneck, he had to pull that down, he had to sweat and do a little bit more work. But we was both wrong.
Both sin. Because it's the heart. It's about the heart.
And it's the fruits. Your character. We spend a lot of time trying to look like the part and to actually be. You know, a couple of years ago, the Spirit was done with me and just said be. And I'm like, what you mean be? And then we get to take to all these scriptures where we say just be.
Just be. Just be.
I never told you to try anything. I said be. Because see, when you bought with a price, why are you trying to become something I already invested and said you were?
Right.
You didn't make your own investment. He made a deposit in you.
Over and over.
Even in your most holiest, quote unquote, state, you still ain't nothing but a filthy rag.
But the fun part is recognizing that
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that. And I will still honor who I am.
Yeah, and it's okay.
But I will not condemn others.
Mm-hmm.
I said this to, oh my gosh, what did I say to her? Oh gosh, I can't remember what I said to her. I went to a brunch a few Saturdays ago, and it's a branded by my coach,
mm-hmm.
who I'm going to introduce you to for a podcast.
Okay.
The name of her platform is Branded by God.
Mm-hmm.
And she saw something in me that I didn't even know that I had.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I had a voice. I know how to story.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know how to, you have this grand idea, and
but you
like,
don't
who
know
am I
how
to tell? I'm going to do it. So it just sits in your pocket or sits in the corner and collects dust. That's what my podcast was doing for years. I wrote a book over 25 years ago.
That you're now about to publish.
No, I'm now publishing on my podcast.
Okay.
Because maybe a book isn't for me, but this is.
Yeah. But who said the book not for you?
I think I did.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so. It sounded like it more like you and not the God.
I didn't say God said that.
I know, but I just wanted to be clear in the podcast. Yeah. I like clarity.
Because I get to tell my stories here and bring them to life here. So I don't want to do a book.
Yeah. Now, see, that's more like you just said.
I don't want to. Yeah. And so I've gone to different events years. I'm talking 2010. Years ago, I went to an event. I met this lady, and I told her about the book, and she was like, this is gold. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do it that way. I don't know if I can honor my parents on a page.
Yeah.
With somebody just sitting there.
And let me share this with you. There's power in black and white on paper. And I'm going to tell you why. So my mother was going to commit suicide. I was 9 years old, walked in the room. Don't ask me what I said to her. Whatever I said to her was good enough for her to drop the bottle of pills and want to live another day. I still don't know at 9 what could I have said to her. I still don't know. Don't remember, but I can still. I'm 45 years old. I know.
Yes.
Do you know I can still see where she was standing at in my heart? I can still see the house we lived in. I can still see how I was positioned when she stood in the room. I could still see her look on her face when I walked in on her. I'm in church. I get saved at 24.
Yeah.
Never told nobody this, that I watched my mother want to attempt the suicide. It was a silent, traumatic experience between us two.
Right.
We never shared with nobody, not even my sibling. I had one sibling. We didn't even tell her.
Wow.
The Holy Spirit tells me one day I'm in church, and he says, write your mother a letter. I'm like, a letter? I could just say it.
Right.
There was power when words hit paper. You know why? Because every time your mother picks up this letter, if y'all move, she put in stack of mail or move it from one drawer to another. As soon as she open it, those emotions are going to come right back to life off black and white on paper. It come right back alive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's going to always stick with her and stick with you. So my mother didn't call me after she read the letter I left. She didn't call me. She called my dad's mother, which they are very close, my grandmother, my father's mother. Hey, I didn't know she felt this way, da-da-da-da. So they talked. She said, well, you can call her. She called me. We talked. I forgave my mother instantly. You know why? Because my mother was also in an abusive relationship with an alcoholic. So I watched her fought so hard just to stay alive. So how dare me become so self-righteous and hold her accountable? She was just trying to stay alive.
Right.
And if it didn't mean perfect parenting, so be it.
Right.
So my job as a daughter is to come and extend grace and mercy to her. That's to understand that she had a story.
Yep.
She did the best she can do.
Yep.
And it was hard trying to save herself and save us too.
Come on now. Come on.
And I never understood, and this is, Charlie, listen. My mom always told me when I was born, you're my hero. I heard it coming up. I said, but I'm my hero. She's my hero.
Right.
She said, "Do you remember you saved my life?" I'm like 30-something years old. I said, "Wow, I thought you forgot."
Oh my gosh, because y'all never spoke about it. Oh my goodness.
And I respected her and honored her so much that I didn't want to speak about it because I didn't want to bring that up to hurt her.
Yeah.
But the Holy Spirit told me, in order for you to heal, you got to talk about what affected you. See, we try to save people's feelings by destroying your own. I can't do that.
Yeah. And that's what it was. I could never have talked about it while my parents were alive. And now they're both gone.
Well, another way you can talk about it, you can write them a letter whether they're deceased or not. The power of black and white paper. You can write a letter and everything you wanted to say. You can say it and read it to yourself, or look at a picture of them and read it, then destroy the letter.
But I think I'm good, though. I don't... If I were to... I want to do... Well, how am I trying to say this? My desire now is to help others.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like the Lord has given me peace from my childhood.
Yeah.
Peace from my trauma.
Mm-hmm. You ever went to therapy yourself?
Once, but it was bad. I ended up therapizing her.
I'm sorry. I know you like to make up words. Explain what does that mean? I'm just a little lost.
I became her therapist. She was horrible. I don't even remember her name. She was so bad. And I was like, is this how this goes?
Oh, God bless her. You know, finding the right therapist is like trying on a pair of shoes, like to tell people. When someone comes to me, I tell them, yes, if you're not a supervisor or boss at your job, I give you permission to be one. This is the only instant you hire me and you got the power to fire me if I don't fit.
Right.
I take no offense. I'm not offended because I'm not for everyone.
Right.
And with God, I only want who assigned to me anyway.
Right. That's that part. That part. And now she was not assigned to me. I don't know how we got aligned, but I was like, yeah, so...
He was like, yeah, no, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Because I'm not about to do a session with you. Good. And I ain't even getting paid.
It was bad.
Yeah. Was she black?
Yes. If somebody offered me good money, I wouldn't be able to remember her name.
Yeah.
Because I only spoke to her once. She was 15 minutes late. I was on the Zoom and she was like, oh, give me one more minute. And I was like, right. And, you know, you give people grace.
I'll be late sometimes. But I do text them and say, I'm wrapping up one session. Give me
That's easy. That's
minutes.
fine. Yeah. That's fine. That happens. When you go to the doctor's office, I had an appointment today at the doctor, and I sat and waited for him. But let me know something.
Yeah.
And she came on all unraveled, and I was like, huh?
One thing I think people
ended up giving her advice.
Yeah, not her particularly, but one thing I do want the world to understand about therapists and counselors: we are not Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. We cannot perform any miracle. Mm-hmm. You have to come in willing to do the work. How much you put in is how much you get out. Honestly, the patient do more work than the therapist.
How?
You come to me for an issue. I teach you coping skills. Who's doing more work? You're doing the homework.
Hopefully. You got to ask me the right questions to get it out.
Mm-mm. When there's rapport being built, I don't need a right set of questions. The very first session with therapy is built on me. You just give me general information about your life and your childhood. So as we talk, you build rapport with me. Mm-hmm. Sooner or later, you'll want to talk.
Okay.
And I think a good therapist don't press or pressure you to talk. You build rapport and trust over time. And then you begin to open up. When you make somebody feel safe, they'll open up eventually. Yeah.
Like I just did.
Yeah.
Over here crying and snotting.
You know what I love about young patients in therapy, teenagers and young adults? They tell you all the stuff, who they done been with, you don't want to know, who they cheating on, what they doing. Hey, I listen. That's a bit much, but I appreciate you feeling safe. You need rated R ears when you deal with a certain group of
what?
People. Yeah, it's. I mean, for a therapist, it's celebrated because they feel so safe with you. But it's just like, I really don't need to know who was with last night. But okay.
Jeez.
I appreciate it. Yeah, and I mean, they're young.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's a good thing as a therapist when you feel that safe with you. Yeah.
And I can see that you're the kind that will listen and engage and allow people to just let it out.
Yeah.
I haven't told anybody some of the stuff I shared with you.
I appreciate
Like
it.
my forts. My family knew about my forts because I will
I
be
appreciate
in a
that.
fort in
And
a
I
room
honor
with
that
people.
too. Yeah, I do. I appreciate it and I honor that. Your vulnerability.
Yeah. And not that I need to explain it. I am and I don't like when I say something I don't like trying to dial back, like trying to take back what I said.
No,
Because I'm
absolutely.
not. But I have a beautiful life.
Mm-hmm.
I have a husband that loves me to pieces, and I have all my siblings were all alive and we're here. We're well, but I just feel like if we keep it to ourselves, you're not helping anybody.
Yeah.
You're just not. So why not tell it?
Yeah.
But tell it in a respectful way, where you can still honor the people you love.
Oh, absolutely. But so okay, I see that two ways, right? That's twofold for me. I think you should honor the people that hurt you. You want to tell a story in such a way where it doesn't dishonor them, especially particularly if you're a Christian. Honor is a character trait of Jesus Christ, right? Teaches honor. But at the same time, I don't think you want to safeguard the experience so much until you don't become authentically transparent about what you really feel and being in tune with your emotions, if that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Right? So I think you can find a balance with it. But I think even sometimes, think about sexual abuse. Sometimes the one who's abused end up trying to protect the one who abused them.
My. That's very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know one thing, therapy-wise, what I don't know if most counselors teach this, but when I get someone who has experienced some type of sexual trauma or abuse or rape, I will spend some time talking about the abuse itself. But at some point, I like to put emphasis on you're not a victim, you're a survivor.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Because that's how you move from surviving to thriving.
Right. That's good.
Because if your counselor always stay in the feels of the emotions, how do you ever teach them how to cope when life is not pleasurable for them?
Wow.
Or it's not as comforting, as convenient?
I love it.
You got to be able to teach that. Because life won't always be convenient. Your experiences won't always be pleasant.
Right.
But if you can learn to cope and build capacity to deal with those things and adjust as life happens, that is the definition of good mental health.
And how do you stay there?
Well, I mean,
you got to do the work.
You got to do the work. But is the work ever finished?
No. It's constant.
So here, another thing. I think the more I do this, I've only been doing therapy probably since 2021, 4 years or so. So I'm still fresh in this.
You're not, no.
I'm very fresh.
It's the Spirit of God be upon you. It rests upon you because
I am fresh. Very. I am like a babe when it comes to counselors, especially particularly people that's been doing it 20, 30, 40 years.
That don't make them great at it.
No, it doesn't. They have a little tenure though. That's like you going to hospital, a nurse. She been 25 years ready. She been through some stuff. Her experiences there.
Okay, I respect that. Okay,
yeah, right.
Right.
So we don't want to.
And marriage, like I've been married for 21 years.
Yeah, and then you mess around with me. I've been married. If I'm married 2 years, like girl, bye, on that child, please. You still trying to get your attitude together, girl. You still telling that man shut up. You need to be respecting him.
Exactly.
You know, so
that part.
That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, therapy is just one of those things where you have to. I think now the emphasis on, I think therapy is shifting too. In the earth, I think spending so much time on telling people you need to cope. So if you never move from coping, are you really thriving?
No.
Do you always got to be going to do something in life where you got to learn how to cope?
Right. You shouldn't be.
But there are some therapists that would keep you 5 or 6 years and they know you're not getting better. Instead of sending you out there and say, you now have the tools, I have to cut this relationship, therapist to client relationship, because I'm actually not helping you, I'm hurting you. I'm keeping you at a standstill.
So therapy is not.
It could be continuous.
Ongoing?
It can be. But at what point do you release the person and see? Because here's the thing. If I give you the luxury to call me every week and depend on me, who's your dependency on? Me, right?
Mm-hmm.
How I know it works, the tools I'm giving you, if I don't give you time to be away from me to use them.
You're so wise.
But if I keep you, because don't even talk about the therapists that deal with insecurity issues and unhealed trauma themselves. So I may see.
Can we talk about that for a second? Because how can you be a therapist and you need therapy?
Because you're a human being, you're imperfect.
So how are you gonna be a therapist and you're not healed? So how are you telling people to heal? Not saying that because I'm not saying, I'm just trying to figure it out. Maybe I need to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't think. So when people, I think the number one thing people forget: therapists are people. Counselors are regular people. They're human beings.
Don't forget your thought. Quick story. My son Clarence. I was a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
He's 3. We're in Acme. He must have been 4, and we're in Acme. And he runs into his teacher, and he was like, "Miss, whatever her name was, you shop at Acme?" And she said, "Clarence, I must eat too."
Yeah, see what I mean? He thinking she's some old robot shopping in the whole. But she had the grocery store just made for teachers.
He was stunned.
So can you imagine
teacher in the store?
You a therapist,
yeah,
and one of your clients catch you crying or going out there like, Miss Jasmine, you cry?
You sad?
Well, I'm not a plastic robot. I am a human being with the same emotions you have.
That's what I mean.
And I go through stuff, and it's okay.
So therapists see therapists.
Absolutely, I love mom. Shout out to Dr. Joan York.
So who's her therapist? Every therapist has a therapist.
They should. Do you know the crazy part about being a therapist now? I see a lot of people run into it, particularly the younger generation with psychology and stuff. Therapy, to me, it needs to be something you feel passionate about and you feel called to do.
Right.
Because you are,
please let it be.
In a way, you're kind of responsible. You could say the one wrong thing in that session and could push that person over to suicide.
Yeah.
Or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to have a good, wise ear.
Right.
Sensitive spirit.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Particularly if you're a Christian.
Yeah.
As a therapist, you should be consulting the Holy Spirit.
I hope so.
Because if you come to me, you're just telling me the surface things. The Holy Spirit can guide me to ask you a question that may touch below surface, but you ain't even told me. Mm-hmm. That's breakthrough.
Right. Ooh, you're so wise. Ooh.
You know, I pray for every session.
I hope so.
And I say, Lord, reveal to me what they're not saying. But therapists are trained to hear what you don't say.
How does that work? Does it work? Like, do they look at you like, I ain't tell you that.
It's been some sessions that be like, well, why did you ask me that? And I'm like, oh, it was just a question.
Uh-huh.
Then there'll be some sessions they try to skip over the deeper stuff. You gotta allow them to. A good therapist will allow them to till they're ready.
Yeah.
So, they may say something like, oh, I've been sexually assaulted. But anyway, Miss Jasmine. And, I don't say, wait. But if you've been there for a while, I say, okay, well, wait a minute, pause. Let's not skip over that because I know that affected you.
Right.
And I don't want you growing so numb to things. You get so accustomed to pain. You think pain is a way of life. And you should just deal with it and not talk about it. Because nobody cares, right? Because when you sexually abuse, you believe nobody cares. Nobody saved you, so nobody cares. But I do care. I want to hear it.
That's so good. And you know why you need a therapist? How is it listening to people's problems all day?
You want me to answer
talk to somebody. You need to talk.
Nobody gonna answer this truthfully as the counselor, but I am. Woo! Woosah, exhausting.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna share this with your audience. I'm gonna share this with you. When I first became a therapist, God has so blessed me just through referrals, never advertised, never promoted myself.
I see why. I'm about to call a few people and tell them.
Me 14 people on a part-time basis in a 4-day span. I would see 14 people. Right? I would work from 5 to 8 or 5 to 9 after my full-time job. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? 12 to 14 people.
What?
It was just for the clients. It was just flooding in by referral. Never promoted myself, never put it on social media. Book stayed full. Dr. York would get referrals and just send them straight to me.
Okay.
I began to start experiencing these headaches, migraines. I don't even suffer with migraines except for women when it's that time frame. And I didn't know why. I'm like, God, what is going on? As a therapist, as a new therapist, I didn't know taking all that in.
Yes.
And
right.
not detoxing, and
right.
not resetting, and not going
Letting
back to my therapist to let it out. I began to take on everything with them spiritually, and it was killing me.
Gosh.
It was killing me.
Oh my gosh, Jasmine.
It was making me sick, literally. Because when you care with people, you care for people, and you have this compassion, this empathy for people, you can begin to internalize what they're going through and take it on as your own. Not even know you're not designed to carry that weight. Yeah. Only God is.
Right.
So now I've learned.
They just dumping.
That's what it is. You're almost like a human dumpster as a therapist.
Yeah.
Now I know how to separate the trash and put them in their respective piles.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm. And then after you finish dumping on me, I take what you dumped that was unhealthy for the both of us and put it in the garbage.
That's right.
And tie it up.
That's right.
And then I go decompress.
That is so good.
Mm-hmm.
And wise.
Had to. It was killing me. The migraines.
I can't imagine just carrying everybody else's burden.
Mm-hmm. And who carries yours?
Right.
My therapist and God carried mine.
Absolutely. And it's interesting how people say, well, Jesus, my sister has this saying now, Jesus in therapy.
It's true.
It's very true.
The church is becoming they welcome it, embrace it. I love it.
I wished it's okay. I'm good. But if therapy was available to me when I was younger, I wouldn't have gone through all the trauma that I went through for as long as I did. Mm-hmm. But I probably needed to get me to where I am today.
Some pain is necessary.
I believe mine was.
Mm-hmm. Some pain is necessary to shape and mold you to who you are. Because for me, I like to think of myself as a hard case, and my friends always laugh. I say, see, Jesus don't talk. God can't talk to me in a small, still voice. He knows my personality. I have an aggressive, outspoken, strong personality. So he has to talk to me. When Holy Spirit deals with me.
You didn't have to say it like that. Well, how was I supposed to say it?
He deals with me. He deals with me according to my personality. Like, right. Sometimes Holy Spirit just tell me, stop, get it together. And I'm like,
cut it out.
Well,
don't do it.
First of all, I mean, can you be a little more gentle? Because you're gentle with some people, but you ain't never gentle with me. And then he had to remind me,
girl,
I was saving you before you even knew me.
I said the same thing. Like, why everything got to be hard? Like, can I get one easy moment? Because I've seen you do easy stuff to people, and I'm just feeling like it's a little bit unfair right now. And he's like, is that really how you want it? Or you want it your way or my way? And I'm like, I'll take it your way.
Because his way get the better results. Mm-hmm. He would have gave me some easy stuff, girl. I wouldn't even be on this couch with you right now. I might still be in the world.
If he would have gave me some easy stuff, I would be somebody's. I wouldn't be who I am today. Mm-mm. I would not be saved. Mm-mm. I definitely would not be saved.
I used to be in the projects, Dolly Homes, and just before I got
Dolly Homes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'd be rolling a blunt.
No, Miller Homes. Sorry, my stomach is growling. Oh, yeah. I'm hungry.
Listen, we about to wrap up because you talking about I'm hungry.
You hear my stomach?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
Listen.
I'm not editing that
We used to be rolling a blunt, and I would just say, that's why when you said he saved, ED, as at the end, I wanted to tell you, he was saving, ING, a continuation. Because even then, when I rolled the blunt, I would just bust out and say, do y'all pray? And they would say, you blowing our high. I don't know why.
It was the same way.
Do y'all pray? Because he was, like you said, he was saving my life way before he got to my soul. And I didn't understand why.
I'm telling you, he was saving my life. I like that, though.
Saving,
I get it.
Continuation.
He was saving my life. Over and over. And over. I was not in a situation, like you said, protecting people, but I was around people doing tarot cards.
Witchcraft.
I was like the blood of Jesus, drunk and high as I wanted to be. I was like the blood of Jesus. This ain't right. I know it's not right. I don't want this. But they were doing tarot cards and just the portals. I was already drunk.
One portal already open.
I was already high.
2 portals already open.
And now you're gonna bring in tarot cards?
Baby, we in trouble now.
Abort mission. Where
quick.
is my parachute? Get me out of here. Okay?
Because I'm falling.
And trust me, quickly, soon after that, I started experiencing things and seeing things and be like, yo, tell me you didn't see it. Did you see it?
And people don't believe it.
Tripping. Until one night, the devil himself paid me a visit and tried to kill me and my sisters. I was driving the car. We was heading to the club, and you see Professor Clump and them when at the end Sherman was trying to get out of his own body and couldn't. That's what happened to me, and I didn't know what else to do except I can. The story is long and we running out of time. I called on Jesus and I promised him, I promised him that night, please, I was saying, please don't let him take my mind. Don't let him take my mind. That's powerful. Please. I said, I'm sorry. I surrender. I was high. I was drunk. We were on our way to the club. I was like, I surrender. And I was screaming and hollering like my body was on fire. Because I felt the demons. I felt him pulling me. And I was trying like, no. Like the people that was in the car with me was terrified. Because they didn't know what was going on.
It's psychotic on the loose. Well, that's some good liquor.
They didn't know what was going on. And I'm like, Jesus. I was just screaming. Please help me. Please help me. I was screaming, help me. In that moment, he said, will you serve me? You talk about the road to Damascus? And I was like, yes! Like, just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. It was almost like God took the devil and snatched him off me. And I was like, and I just started. And I came to myself and was like, shaking. I was driving, mind you. Coasted the car off the road. And I was just bawling. Take me to my pastor's house. I'm done. It's over. Sin as I know the fun life that I was living, all God had to do was let the devil tap me and look, I'm done. I'm good. I surrender. Here I am. Just like Paul, here I am. What you need me to do? What you need me to do? From that day to this. Yeah. That was a summer night. May.
And how many years you been
1995. 1995. Not perfect. Has some bumps along the way.
Hell no. It's no way for it to be
still
perfect.
Human. Ain't gonna ever be.
I don't even strive for perfection.
Perfectly
I strive to be
submitted.
perfected, but I don't strive for perfection.
I strive to be perfectly submitted to his will.
Perfected.
Not my will. His will. And whatever he wants me to do, I'm going to do it. And that's why I love the fact that I had the experience, because can't nobody tell me nothing about my God. Yeah. He rescued me. Like, literally.
That's incredible.
I'm talking about literally rescued me. Because that was like the 5th time the devil tried to take me out. I'm talking about out. And I'm like, okay, so how many? Nope, I'm done. Yeah. I left everything. I left the man, his house, everything. Me and my kid, listen, I'm done. Yeah. Because I'm not going to keep playing with God. Yeah. And risking my life. And I don't ever want to feel the presence of the devil. I felt like I was being raped by Satan.
Violated. But that's what you do.
Horrible.
Still, yeah.
Horrible. I can't even put it into words. It was so horrible. Yeah. And he was just like violating. No.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't get saved in the church either, though. When I got saved actually at home. Yeah. The night I got saved, I never forget, it was December 31st. It was cold. I just got out fighting with my boyfriend, and I went in the front room, sat by the window, and I said, God, show me that you are real, that I matter, and if you don't, I'm going to kill myself. My phone rang immediately, and my cousin said, hey, I'm going to church watch night. There's a young pastor named Darius Daniels at Friendship Baptist Church. Would you come? I said yes for the first time. And I like to look decent when I come outside. I had my hair back in this nappy bun. I still remember I had on these tan and brown shoes that a toddler took and wrote all over. Didn't care. My pants was ripped. My shirt was ripped because we just got into a fight. Walked in the church, walked in that day, and never walked out. He didn't even have to preach tithes or anything to me. I submitted to God that night. I didn't join the church right away. I sat on a balcony and I took in the gospel. And I allowed the Holy Spirit and God to work on me and clean me and to sanctify. And he said, whatever you do, you can't go back.
Can't.
I moved out immediately. 2 days later, went home, stopped shacking up, went back to my mother.
Girl, when I left my son's father, he was away. God set it up that way because I knew if he was home, I wouldn't have left.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't strong enough to leave him.
He's so smart.
But I knew I had to do something because my life was unraveling and I was heading to hell. And my mother come to church. We're having a revival. I was like, Mom, I don't want to come to church. I don't want to go to church. I don't feel like it. And I just was like, I just don't know. I went to church. It was a Wednesday night. I got a touch. And that was my first time ever. I've been in church all my life. Got a touch from the Lord. And I was like, oh, that's all. My pastor said, you got to come back. And I was like, I'll come back with that, because I was crying out. And he made it very clear. You got to touch. That wasn't salvation. See, that's when God is so strategic, so wise. Is when he touched you just enough to make you addicted. And you go, here's what he did. Right. He touched me before he let the devil touch me. So I would know the difference.
Yeah. Well, you already know he marked what's his. Now, he had told Jeremiah, before you was formed in your mother's womb, I foreknew you. Foreknew, predestined. Predestined.
Honey. So when the devil touched me, I knew.
Because the difference.
And I'm sitting there one night like, you could have did that. Like, you didn't have to do it. Did you really have to do it that way? Yeah. It's like, yeah, I did.
Well, I couldn't have did it no other way. You wouldn't have got it.
I did. I had to do it that way. I had to do it that way. Because I know you, or you know you wouldn't have believed it any other way.
Oh, I already know how he had to do mine. I mean, it's self-explanatory. You wouldn't have believed it any other way. You gotta clean me up. He gotta be a little, he gotta clean me up the long way.
You gotta rough me up a little bit,
I gotta get a little bruise going in. Yeah,
you're like that.
I'm what you call a hard case with God. No, listen, I am honest. I am not one of the ones,
honey,
that just say I submitted the first time. I did everything he wanted me to do. No. My answer is always yes. Matter of fact, I have this thing with God where I give him a continuation of yeses.
Ooh.
My yes today wasn't good. My yes today won't be good enough for my yes tomorrow. So we do a continuation of yes. Every day I got to surrender again.
Morning by
you
morning.
Have my yes
by morning
again.
By morning by
right?
morning by morning by morning. Every day.
Yeah.
It's a daily walk. You can't just think that you're gonna live off of yesterday's salvation. No. Because yesterday is gone, and the people that you met, you may never meet again. It's a whole new set of trials. What you gonna do?
Well, I told him, don't sign me up next year for no trials. Just give me a year off, bro. I mean, can you just? That's how I talk to God in prayer, bro. Don't sign me up.
And what did he say?
I'll see you in 27 for a trial.
What did he say?
Basically, you don't tell me what to do. I mean, I know I don't tell you what to do. I was just making a suggestion.
I'm telling you, I talk to God like he is right there. I don't be like the highest majesty of all lords and shit. No.
You know, when you go in with God like that, I could just imagine he like this.
Get a child, please.
You know,
like the Pharisees.
That ain't even a real voice. Stop playing with me.
I'm a sinner saved by grace.
But I have been in prayer before, and you know how you dance around the real issue?
Yes.
And the Holy Spirit,
done
like,
that. Been there, done that.
When we going to talk about what we really need to talk
So
about.
what you want?
Yeah, because you see,
really
you coming in here and mentioning everybody else, but you failed to mention you yet.
What you really want? Like your kids.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to the point.
No, see, but with God, it's what you need, not what you want. I'm not concerned about your wants because I'm going to feel that anyway. I said I'm a Jireh provider, so that's what I'm going to do because that's how I am as your father. You entitled to that with the new covenant. That's yours. That's in my will for you. So it ain't so much what you want me to do. What do you need?
Hey, I like that.
Mm-hmm. This has been awesome.
I'm feeling like this is
are y'all asking her? Ask her. She bringing me back. I already told her. Well, she told me I'm coming back, and I agree. So
there's no ask. When are you coming back?
Whatever you call.
All right, let's do it. This gotta be a thing.
Oh, you're trying to make this a thing?
You're gonna have yours.
Hello.
All right. She's gonna start a podcast. Brittany and Smith. This young lady's gonna be calling you because Brittany is my coach, and she helped set all this up.
Mm-hmm.
I have an intro and outro, whatever the trolls are called. See, I don't even know how to say outro yet.
The outro?
I call it an extro because it's the exit.
Oh, okay.
It's the
extra.
End.
Okay. The exit. Yeah. Child, we don't know Brittany, but yeah, the exit, the end there.
But Brittany is the bomb. I knew that I wanted to start a podcast. I didn't want to write a book. And I knew a young lady, amazing woman. She's Pastor Joy Morgan. I'm giving her a shout out. I think today is her birthday. Her birthday is somewhere near. And I knew that she does books. She helps people write books. Years ago, I went to one of her events. A friend of mine wrote a book, Anita Washington. And I went to her thing. Anybody got a book?
Anita Washington. She's a pastor's wife?
No.
What's the name of her book? I think I've seen her book.
Oh, gosh.
Anita Washington. What's the name?
I forgot. But it's about her son who passed away.
I might have seen
her and her husband lost their son. He was 6 years old. And I went to her book reading. I went to her thing.
Book release?
Yes. And Pastor Joy was talking about a new thing that's coming around. And I was like, nah. And my sisters are pointing at me and I'm like, stop. I don't want to. But I always wanted to do a podcast. So I reached out to Pastor Joy and I said, do you know anybody that can help a podcast? I said, do you do podcasts? And she said, no, I don't, but I know somebody that does. And she introduced me to Brittany.
Okay.
Brittany
from here?
Yes.
South Jersey?
She is amazing. So she took my podcast from here to here.
The vision of it.
The vision.
Yeah.
And I've been writing it down, like the write the vision, make it plain. But she brought it to life. And she's just, and she has her own. She's doing a lot, but she can help. Okay. So we're going to get it done. But you're going to come back here.
Yeah, in the meantime, in between time, yeah.
In the meantime. But we're not going to wait on it because God said to do it, so you have to.
Yeah.
Don't tarry.
Yeah. I'm going to do it soon. Yeah.
What's that mean?
I don't know. But see, let me tell you something about people that try to put you on camera. They want you to change when you get on camera.
Because soon could mean March. That's no.
No, that's not too late. I got some other things I need to tie up with therapy and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to do it.
You said you already do Friday inspirations.
Yeah, on Facebook.
So all you have to do is turn that into,
you're right, into a podcast.
Just kind of you see my hand? Like that. Listen, everybody. You're going to do it.
I am. It's overdue. It is.
Yeah. And you have a wealth of information. You are wise beyond your years. And I thank God for you so much. I thank God for your vision and your wisdom.
That's all him.
Your understanding and how you can just relate. You know? Yeah. And you make it very relatable.
Plain. You got to keep it plain.
You have to.
Some therapists, it's okay what they teach you in a book. You get into all these different terms and say all these big words. Nobody know what you're talking about because they ain't went to school for a child. Know what you're talking about. Ain't no need to talk about that term. Like.
Why are you bringing that up? Like,
why are you bringing that up? Yeah, you have to keep it. And I learned that from my pastor, honestly. Even as a minister, you have to be able to break it down in layman terms so that people can get it. And that's your job, is to get it to the people, get the hope to the people. And if you make it overly complicated, you are doing them a disservice.
Absolutely. And you're really not honoring God, because God is simple. He's easy.
Oh, no, I ain't talk about. We gotta do an episode of that. Don't even talk about how complicated we make them.
I know.
We make. I'm gonna say this, and then we can end. Sometimes, as believers, we make God into this genie in a bottle.
Oh,
as if he's this spooky, unrealistic, crazy man that's waiting on the throne to punish us. We don't make him where he can feel our infirmities. There's nothing that we've been through he has not experienced himself.
Yeah. It's true. Sad, but true.
Yeah, and we try to separate us from him. When you're now one with him as a believer.
Right here.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do.
We do. As believers, we have a lot of work. But I think we're getting better.
We are.
I think we're getting better.
I am so excited, though, that the world with therapy is shifting and it's turning. I think we still got a ways to go as African Americans with it, but I believe it's shifting. We're getting around that curve with it. We're coming around the curve.
We do have a ways to go, but I think it starts with, the bad thing is, it's the church. And put this horrible stigma on it for years.
Yeah, but a lot of pastors now, like my pastor, they talk about it from the pulpit and support it.
My sister delivered the word Sunday, and she talked about it.
Yeah.
And I know some people are clutching their pearls, their invisible pearls.
Pop them.
But it was good.
It's a new day. Pop them pearls.
It was good. It was like, and she was like, "Did I say too much?" I said, "You said what God told you to say, and it was perfect."
You know why the average believer has a problem when you bring up therapy and Jesus Christ in the same space with prayer? Because subconsciously the devil makes them think you don't trust God when you need a substitute or addition to anything besides him.
Of course. That's what I thought for years.
Yeah. I don't need nobody but King Jesus.
Yeah. I don't need nobody else. I need a lot of people.
I'm going to call Dr. York.
I'm going
to call Jesus, but I'm going to call Dr. York at 6.
It's true. That was my thought for a long time. I don't need no therapist. I have God.
It's an insult to God.
I did.
They saying, I don't trust you and I don't believe you are a healer because I want help. But who do therapists come from? Think about it. Christian therapists anyway. Who do therapists and counselors come from? His idea, doctors and nurses. He put those things on earth to help him.
Listen.
To help you.
They're doctors. It would help me when my daughter needed therapy. Because remember where I come from, my parents come from, where it wasn't no therapy. Girl, you better go sit down. You better go sit down before I give you something to therapy about. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I had to. That's why I became who I was. Like, I was just always fighting and being angry, right? But when my daughter needed therapy, me and my husband talked, and I said, well, when she needed the doctor for lupus, we saw about that. When she needed the pediatrician, we took her there. These are doctors that are here. They're professionals. I can't help her with this. So we call a therapist. So if you're going to say that a therapist, you don't need that, then throw away your heart medicine. Stop going to the
throw away your mechanic too.
Stop going to the throw away
the
your
nail mechanic. Throw away the nail tech. Throw away their hairdresser so their hair don't lay either while we at it.
Oh,
see what I'm saying?
Throw it all away. Don't take your diabetes medicine anymore. Don't go see that doctor. Don't go see the toe doctor. Don't go see the eye doctor. Because we go to all these doctors.
So if you believe Jesus is the only one that can...
Then
there are some mental health challenges where you do need just a touch from him. That
Absolutely.
In addition to medicine. And then
because some of these things come out of purific acid.
Right. That he'll do personally himself. So I'm not coming against that. He's
Absolutely.
the most powerful thing. He's the greatest physician on earth.
We already know that. Let's make it plain.
But don't
be trying to act like. And I'm telling you, I was guilty of that for years.
Yeah.
Like I did all this therapy stuff. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop.
Yeah.
Get Jesus.
And people, the Pharisees are insulted now that people wearing hoodies that say therapy and Jesus. Why are you insulted? But you're only insulted because you feel like this person is saying I don't trust you.
Who's insulted?
Pharisees, the mindset.
I got you.
Pharisees.
Of course I do.
Right.
But I didn't know that's what you
folks,
said.
Pharisees.
Okay, I got you.
Religious people.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah. Therapy. And it's, you know what? You can't even really hold it against them and judge them too much because it wasn't talked about, celebrated. So that's all they know.
That's why we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's why we have to talk about it, because it's important that they understand that this is what God is doing.
You know, my grandfather is be 85. Praise the Lord. He's like my favorite man in the whole world. Oh, I love that man, and I am his favorite. Regardless of what his kids say, they do not exist when it comes down to me. Okay, but I am his favorite.
And listen, stick to that, huh? 10 toes down.
He told them when he got honored at the deacon thing, he said, "This is my girl.
Papa!
This is my main girl right here." I said,
oh,
and I told him, back out the picture. Back up. I gotta get I just don't think you don't mind.
Oh,
but yeah, he was one of the ones. He from the South. You know that whole culture in the South.
Child, please,
baby.
Yes,
that's hard to break down.
Yes, it
He's
is.
a man's man from the South, 80-something years old, already set in his ways.
Yep.
And he said, "You know what? I may need a support group after talking to you." He never believed in therapy, ever. Now he's open to it.
Pop said that.
Because he takes care of his wife with dementia. He said, "I'm going to find me a therapy support group." He's always been against it because he wasn't taught. And it's not so much he personally made a decision to be against it. It was, I don't know. He wasn't taught about it. I wasn't taught to express myself, my emotions.
Exactly. And that's the thing. We weren't taught it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even allowed. We were able to express ourselves at home, but not a lot.
No.
Not a lot. Kids were seen and not heard.
Yeah. And
that's real.
Don't even talk about that detrimental stigma that has damaged our community, seen and not heard.
That's where I come from.
I know. But it's so detrimental emotionally.
It's horrible.
And psychologically.
It's horrible. And I learned it with my kids. My son, who now is 31, 2, 30-something, my son. And even when I was a single mom raising him, I would go do the whole hush, go sit down. And my dad would be like, no, let him talk. And I'd be like, Dad, I know all the whoopings and slaps you gave me, you're not talking about let somebody talk.
He probably learned from his parents' experience. Yeah.
He did. And that's what it is. Like, if somebody had took out the time to just talk to me, and I wish I had took out the time, but you didn't. So,
and you know what you're teaching your child? You actually robbing your child of their voice early.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're taking their security and their self-worth.
Absolutely.
Because what you're telling them, because your age, because I raised you,
I'm bigger.
Your voice don't matter, and I don't want to hear what you have to say because I don't believe it's of no importance or substance.
And
we do it.
We keep saying we're gonna close, but we have to because you gotta go. Almost 5.
It is. Yeah. That's why I ain't messing with Charlie no more. Girl, I got to come in the morning because she don't know my way out of here. She gonna have me in this door. Girl, I got to.
We about to leave. With my daughter, who's 19, I learned it, and my older kids are watching. Like, where was all this when we was growing up?
You didn't know. Forgive her. She told y'all to hush and go and sit down, but now she want to be all this open and therapeutic and healed version of her. Like,
listen, everybody. I gotta get Jasmine out of here. It was so wonderful.
And I thank you. I honor. Yeah, you bringing me, and I appreciate it.
She's gonna be back.
I'll be back.
And back real soon. That's all I have for you tonight. We're just gonna wrap it up
when it's not dark. Yeah.
Okay. Selena, y'all know Selena, my sister. That's all we have for you tonight. Join us next time right here.
Thank you so much. And it's been a pleasure to see you guys soon.
What's your ending on when you do your podcast ending?
You know what? I'm gonna go get my shoes. And first time I met this lady, I'm gonna get on up out of here.
You're gonna get that podcast on up out of here. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Have a good one.
I don't even know if I stopped it.